the offensive glass, I mean, Moses is definitely a factor with that. We've learned that over time by having like Adams and Cantor here. You know, a lot of your offensive rebound, even Westbrook, a lot of your offensive rebounding is a byproduct of your personnel. And Moses changes the game there. He's a real factor on that end. But I think generally I've been really pleased, you know, all season with just the competitive spirit of the team and how together these guys are willing to play. And that's not constant. And we have slippage just like any other team. But we're quick to reconnect to our competitiveness, and we're quick to reconnect to each other. And ultimately, that's, you know, the identity that we want to have as a team. We want to be a team that competes and plays together.
Hey Mark, what did you think of Svi's night, especially that flurry there in the fourth quarter? I think he had 10 straight for you all.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously can really score, but the thing that's been most impressive about him is how complete of a player he is. You know, we're still learning him. And one of the things that you know, our scouts, you know, told us when we got him, when we acquired him, was that he's a basketball player and that there's a lot there on both ends of the floor, and that he's more versatile than maybe he gets credit for. And that's definitely shining through right now. You know, he really competed defensively tonight, you know, and this is a night after guarding Doncic for a lot of the game. And then, you know, on the offensive end of the floor, you know, he obviously made some shots, but he also, you know, he catches a lob, he put the ball on the floor and found the weak side. We're going to allow him to keep exploring all facets of his game. But, you know, the shooting tonight was on display.
Coach, with the league trending towards all five players being able to extend out in the perimeter, you played a couple of bruisers, some minutes together quite a bit, Roby and Brown. Was it just a matchup with the Raptors that you thought this would work, or do you think that the NBA can trend towards, you know, more low post play?
Well, the biggest challenge of playing, you know, more traditional bigs is usually defensively. And as we talked about Roby, you know, Roby's guarded Jaylen Brown, Dylan Brooks, Porzingis, and now Siakam in about a week's time. And so the defensive versatility of Roby allows you to play him really on defense in any lineup and on any matchup. He's a very, very rangy defender in terms of who he can check and how effective he can be. And then that's the challenge for Moses, to be honest with you. You know, that's where he really needs to focus and improve, is, you know, being able to guard a really, really diverse group of centers in the NBA. Because some guys are like Baines that are more bruisers and play around the paint. And then some guys are like Boucher that are more perimeter oriented. And Moses needs to have all the skills, and Bradley, you know, those guys need all the skills on the defensive end of the floor that allow them to match to a lot of different players. And the problem isn't offensively. You know, offensively, Moses is all over the glass. He's a real problem down there. Obviously, he scores and is productive. And so we're not going to just settle, you know, these are good players, and we're going to try to figure out how to give them a skill set that can adapt to the league as it stands right now, and then continue to work with them on that and see how far we can take them. Obviously, we have a lot of primary playmakers that we've seen that weren't out tonight, that weren't in the lineup, but we expect every player on the team to be a playmaker. We want the ball to move. And we want everybody to be aggressive and play for the team. And when you do those things, when you're aggressive and you play for the team, that's really what a playmaker does. Playmaker, you know, puts pressure on the defense and then can make plays for others. And I thought Isaiah did that tonight. I thought Svi did that tonight. Obviously, Teo, Moses Brown, you know, they trapped Teo late game, or they trapped Svi late game. We threw it out to Moses, which is not a comfortable position for him. And he found Teo for a wide open three. And so it's an expectation if you're on the court for us that, you know, you compete and you play with the team, and that if you have the ball, you're a playmaker. It doesn't matter who you are. We're playing team basketball, and that's, you know, what we expect of our guys, and that's how we get the most confident version of our players.